Hey, gentlemen, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for this devotional. We're in Daniel chapter 3. I'm going to read verses 19 through 23. We're picking up in the story where Nebuchadnezzar has called for the three guys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He's going to give them one last chance to bow before his golden image. They refuse. And then this is what happens next. Then Nebuchadnezzar was filled with fury, so he's angry. And the expression of his face was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. In other words, everybody noticed that he was furious. He ordered the furnace heated 7 times more than it usually was heated. In other words, we have a fiery furnace close by, which was probably the furnace they used to melt down the gold used for his image, the image of Nebuchadnezzar. He heats it 7 times more than usual, overheats it basically, and he ordered some of the mighty men of his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their clothes, their tunics, and their hats, and their other garments, and they were thrown into the burning fiery furnace. Because the king's order was urgent, the furnace overheated. The flame of the fire killed those men who took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. So it was so hot, it kills people who are walking up to it. And these 3 men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell bound into the burning fiery furnace. Now, I doubt that during my lifetime I'm going to experience something like this. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think there's almost no chance. But I do believe that we're all going to encounter moments that will frighten us like this. Moments that we'll feel maybe powerless and overwhelmed by someone with the upper hand. This could happen on the job, or maybe in your home, or in the courtroom. We might be standing before someone who's a boss or a spouse or a leader, but regardless, most of the time this happens because we've done something wrong, and what we've done wrong comes with a penalty. But this moment right here has nothing to do with sin. These men didn't sin against God. Instead, they stood up for God, which required them to stand against a king who proclaimed to be a god. They chose to do what is right and righteous, and they're prepared to suffer at it by the hands of a cruel, self-righteous, and angry king. Now, that we will experience. We will or should suffer for doing what is right and righteous in this life. I already have, and I've suffered at the hands of cruel and self-righteous and angry men. And these men are out there. And today they're heating things up 7 times more than usual, aren't they? And just because they exist and are perched at their keyboards, ready with their phones to eviscerate others with their sound bites, we shouldn't be persuaded to back down from our faith in God. Instead, now may be the time for greater faith in God, who might be taking us to the edge of the flame, because it's only when the flame of persecution is hot that we remove all possibility of natural solutions and can really see the work of a supernatural God. So, if things are heating up in your life today, I want to encourage you to have faith a little longer. God may be waiting to provide a supernatural solution revealed through your faith that turns many toward Him. So guys, if you need a supernatural solution today, I'm going to pray that you just write that in the comments below, and let me and other men pray for you today, because God is filled with solutions. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you right back here again tomorrow.